Alright guys, we're back with more Yakuza Like a Dragon. I might not even play the game that much here. It's already 2 o'clock in the morning, but in the last episode I kind of got into this rabbit hole of rewatching some of my old YouTube videos from my video game collection channel that I had years back, and I just thought like it was funny and I always wanted to do more of it. Might as well do it on camera, or do it on whatever, you get the point.
Got bad reviews, but
yeah, let's go.
Bicycle Casino, Big Mother Truckers, Black, pretty good game there.
Yeah, never played Black.
Lynx and the Time Sleeper.
Actually, no, I did play Black, but not for that long. I think like 30 minutes probably.
Blood Omen too, sorry.
Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like back then, like I cared a lot about, for some reason, like I would lie about like what games I played and what I haven't. Like I don't know why the fuck I did it. And like I would like, there's times where I would like make up stories about how I got games, like to make it sound like, oh, it's a better deal or whatever than what it really was. There have been like some really great some times where I got some really great deals, but there were some times where like I was just on a drought and I would like make a video and just like say, hey, I got this for really cheap, and like really it's like, yeah, I didn't.
Brother in Arms Road to Hill 30, Brute Force, great game. Burnout 3, Takedown, one of my favorite games.
I did already watch this. Fuck, I went back too far.
Same thing. Counter-Strike, Crash Bandicoot, Wrath of
Yeah, I did. I
Vortex.
rewatched this.
Da Vinci Code,
This is where I was.
Dance
Right?
Revolution, Ultra Mix. Let's see, Dark Summit.
Yeah, I'm currently watching my 2014 Xbox collection video, which was the last collection video I did for the other channel. I was editing like game collection updates and stuff, but I didn't do an actual or game pickups or.
Dead or Alive 1 Ultimate. And I do have the second one here as well. Both great games. But after that is Dead or Alive 3, great game as well. And then Destroy All Humans. Love this game as a kid. I mean, I used to play this game all the time as a kid. Absolutely fantastic.
Play this game all the time, as in I played it twice with a friend of mine.
Invisible War. Not the first one, but still a pretty good game. Doom 3, pretty good game. Used to scare shit out of me as a kid, though. Dragon Ball Z Sonic.
I never played Doom 3.
Drake of the 99 Dragons. This game gets a lot of hate, and to be honest, it's not a good game. But I mean, it's
Actually, maybe I have. I don't remember actually. Maybe I did for a little bit, but like not enough to where like not. I mean, the story about like, I used to scare shit out of me as a kid. Like never played it when I was a kid.
ESPN NHL 2K5. Everything or Nothing. Fable. I just can't get into it. I'm sorry. I just can't get into this series.
I barely tried playing Fable.
Fight Club. Thank God for that. Fight Night 2004. And then From Russia with Love. Genma Onimusha, absolutely love this game. This game's awesome. Just started the second one actually.
Barely played it.
Godzilla Strong Monsters Melee. Kind of expensive on the Xbox now. I don't know why, but played the game on the GameCube a lot. Absolutely loved it. Grabbed by the Ghoulies, not as bad as what people say, but still not that great.
I barely played it.
Grand Theft Auto 3, played it on the PS2. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, same thing. And again, this one needs to go for quite a bit. I mean, around the $20-$30 range. It's gone down to around $15 now, but whatever. Gravity, Games, Bike, Street, Dirt. What?
How old was I here? I was 19, right? 2014. Yeah, 18, 19.
X2, Reload, great game. Half-Life 2, still haven't played through this game. I know a lot of people absolutely love it.
It's bizarre actually now that I think about it. I actually did this into college.
Halo 1, which still haven't done that. But whatever, great game. Halo 2, not as good as the first one in my opinion.
I barely played Halo. Like especially the like I played Halo 1. Barely ever played Halo 2. Halo 3 is probably the game I played the most, but it's like even then, like I've never been. I've never played Halo as much as I would have liked.
Just got this one. This one is like around $15 game for some reason. But, yeah, Jade Empire limited edition. Probably more common than the regular edition, but good game. I mean, I'm not a big Bioware
I barely
fan,
played.
When I was young,
Barely played Jade Empire. Again, I would not say I'm not Bioware. I'm like Bioware's like whatever, but was I even wait? Have I played Mass? Yeah, I played Mass Effect by this point, right?
Fire Heroes, Knight's Contract, Knockout Kings 2002.
Wait. Let's actually look something up.
Kung Fu Chaos.
My 20. I want to look up my 2014
Legacy of Kain Defiance,
Game Room Tour video.
Good. I mean, not as good as the Soul Reaver games, but I mean, I think it's better than the Blood Omen games, though.
Like an hour and 2 minutes long. That's pretty long.
Let's see. Jade Empire, I find interesting. It's not my favorite game, but whatever. Jaws Unleashed, great game.
Actually, let's actually watch this. I feel like this will have some more interesting commentary.
Game, I don't know why. Tee Off.
I didn't have Shenmue at this point. I forgot about that. Yeah, I didn't get Shenmue until after I finished the channel, doing stuff for the channel.
But I'll take the Japanese version. I got it for $5 at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, so I can't really complain that much. Hydro Thunder, great game. And then,
I forgot I went like the fucking Portland. I literally went across the entire fucking country to go to Portland Retro Gaming Expo. At one point. Mind you, it was my high school graduation.
Absolutely phenomenal console.
Like
I remember
presents.
A few years ago, people were still hating on the Wii, saying it's such a terrible console. Yeah, I love it. I always love the Wii. Most of my games are the like.
I do like the Wii. Like I even now I would defend the Wii, but there definitely are like there's definitely a good batch of shit on the Wii.
What a piece of crap. Baroque is a unique game, not really great. Billy the Wizard's a piece of crap.
I don't even think I ever played Baroque.
The Calling, probably the most expensive Wii game I have. This is actually around the $40 game. It's a survival horror game. Usually survival horror games for the Wii go
never
for a good
played
amount of
Calling
money. So
either.
if you ever see them, usually pick them up. They're usually worth something. Let's see, what's that? Castle Shikigami.
Never played Castle Shikigami 3.
Counterforce. A very unique game. Like I
think I played Counterforce for like 5 minutes.
It's not the greatest game. It's an okay.
Yeah, let's watch this. I feel like this is the video to watch.
The Blob is good. Elbits, Excite Truck, Flips Twisted World. Very mediocre game, but I kind of enjoy it a little bit.
I don't think I played it.
Just Dance. Thank God for that. High School Musical. Thank God for that. Kirby's Epic Yarn. Great game.
Kirby's Epic Yarn's fine. I mean, it's not a great game.
This game right here was in development.
I never played the core game.
I mean, I believe 6 years or so. And
it does have an interesting story about it, though.
It's a great game, though. Definitely pick that one up.
Yeah, definitely a great game.
Rimpa, absolutely love this game.
I do like Quarter Rimpa.
Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Link's Crossbow Training, which I have a printed out cover. I actually got this from GameStop. Found a copy at GameStop that had a printed out cover, so I decided to get it. It's only like, was it 45 cents or something at GameStop now, so whatever. Mad World, great game.
It's good. I like Mad World.
My favorite. Marvel Saga, Quarter Rimpa. Another great game. It's a sequel to the first Quarter Rimpa that I just showed.
Shit.
Mario Power Tennis is good. Metroid, Other M, and
let's just speed this up. Let's do 1.5.
The Demon Blade, another underage M for
never played it. Oh, no, I did play it, but not for that long.
Thank God for that. Oh, Mushroom Man. Almost missed Mushroom Man. Great game as well.
Mushroom Man's fine. I mean, another one I didn't play for that long.
No More Heroes 2, Apuna.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I would lie about my opinions on games.
I actually really enjoyed it. Punch Out.
On this game.
And this game here.
Redneck Jamboree. I forgot that was a thing.
Red Steel's pretty good. Rubik's World.
I barely played Red Steel.
Holy shit! I completely forgot I had this. I really need to play this. It's a shooter. Damn.
Yeah, I definitely need to play Saint.
Damn it, wrong game. Shaun White Skateboarding is still sealed. I actually want to play this, but I'm not gonna open it up. I mean, there's really no point. I'm only gonna play it probably like once or twice. Sonic and the Secret Rings, Soul Calibur Legends, Spyborgs.
To be fair though, I mean, at this point, I never finish games. And like, that's the thing with video game collecting, especially at that point. It's like now, like it's so weird, like the contrast between now and me, like 7 years ago, where like at that point, like I would play a game for like 5, 10, maybe like 15 minutes. Like I would just like pop in a game, play it. That's all I would do. That's it. Like there's obviously games that are exceptions, like games that would finish, like Mass Effect 2, the Uncharted series, like stuff like that. But
Blood, Vertigo,
like compared to now, where like I finish almost every game I start. Like it's obviously a radical
I have around
departure.
80 Wii games, I believe. So yeah. Next up, my Xbox collection, which is my third biggest collection. I believe I have 180. I believe.
That's insane, actually. I got that within like 2 years, right?
These are 2 Wii games here, actually. 2 that I don't have cases for. However, I consider part of my collection because of the way they came.
Do I have cases now for these?
And New Super Mario Bros. Wii. My red limited edition Wii.
I do have the case for that now, right?
I can't find the cover for it. I really love the original.
Yeah, I do. Okay, that's what I thought. But... yeah, I have a cover for both of those. Okay.
It's not the greatest game. I mean, it's okay. Alter Echo, I like, even though it's multi-platform.
Alter Echo is good.
My favorite games, Aquaman. Really, it's a piece of shit, but I mean, whatever. Blinks, I like.
I mean, like, I obviously play up how much I hate that game. It's not good. Like,
games, again, multi-platform, but I love those.
Sounds good.
Let's see. Dark Watch, one of my favorite games.
I never played Dark Watch.
Dead or Alive, Ultimate 1.
Fuck me. I never played Dead or Alive. 1 or 2. I played 3, but
2 is open for some reason.
I played 5 now, but it's like
Platinum hits, but absolutely love the game though. Destroy All Humans.
I barely played Destroy Humans.
Drake
I played it with a friend of mine for like once or twice.
It's not a good game, but for some reason I find myself somewhat enjoying this.
Dragon and Dragons I did play, but like again, like I'm making up the like it's suffer through.
And I mean the gameplay's terrible, but I somewhat enjoy it for some reason. Fable. Going down the shelf, Genma Onimusha, which I completely forgot I had until a few months ago. Godzilla Destroy All Monsters, a pretty expensive game for Xbox, around $20 game. Grabbed by the Ghoulies, I kind of enjoy it. I mean, it's not the best rare.
I rarely played it.
Grand Theft Auto,
Rarely, I barely played it.
Another pretty expensive Xbox game around the $20 range for some reason. Guilty Gear X2, great game. Half-Life.
I never played it.
Let's see.
Oh no, I think that is one of those I played for a few minutes.
It's not my favorite game, but whatever. Jaws Unleashed, great game.
Jaws Unleashed is cool, but I barely played it.
Well, Kung Fu Chaos is okay. Leisure Suit Larry.
Legacy of Kain is a weird series. Like I think there's also these series that I would like pretend I'm like a big fan of. I feel like Legacy of Kain was one of those. I mean, like I liked Soul Reaver. I played a little bit of the original Soul Reaver, and I think conceptually I really like the Legacy of Kain series, but I just never actually liked the series. In terms of like having played all the games and enjoying everything. I feel like if they were to remake those games now or remaster them, I would play them. Like I would be really interested in it.
Actually, Namco Museum 50th anniversaries and they're somewhat expensive. I mean, it's not as expensive. It's probably around $10-15 or so, but whatever. Sports, more sports.
Otogi.
Ninja Gaiden. Something I didn't mention before. The reason why I buy sports games and stuff is because at some point I would like to get a complete collection for some of these consoles. So if I see them, I might as well pick them up because at some point I would love to get a complete collection. That's
not
the reason
anymore.
I collect.
I sold all of these.
Everything I see. Well, I know it's very unlikely that I'll get like a complete collection of PS2 or PS1 down there, but I still buy them anyway. Oddworld, Munch's Odyssey, great game. Otogi, absolutely love Otogi
good.
too. Wish I had the first one. I don't for some reason, but whatever. The Outlaw games, Outrun 2, Prince of Persia, Red Dead Revolver, RoboCop. What a piece of shit game.
I haven't played. Actually, yeah. I think I've never played Warrior Within the Two Thrones. I've only played Sands of Time, but Sands of Time's really good though.
It's really not that great of a game. Same thing, Scarface.
But yeah, I don't think I ever finished it though.
Really not that great of a game.
Never played it.
And the final
Scarface.
Soul Calibur 2, absolutely love it. SpongeBob SquarePants.
I love Soul Calibur 2.
Another $10-15 game for some reason.
Never played it.
Star Wars Battlefront 2.
I mean, I did for a little bit.
My most expensive Xbox game. I mean, it's not a rare game by any means, but it's expensive.
Is it expensive anymore?
And right now, it's really going up in price, mainly because of the Christmas season and stuff. Right now, it's around the $40 range. Usually, it stays around the $30 range, but whatever.
I've never played a Battlefront game. For being honest.
Old Republic, great game.
Oh, and Old Republic's good. I never finished it, but
I still haven't played yet. I really want to though. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Terminator, The Thing, great game. Throwville, used to have a lot of fun with that as a kid.
Again, The Thing, never played it. Yeah, it's just like one of these games I would like pretend I liked because it was like this niche game within the gaming community.
And yeah, that's all my Xbox collection. And then going to the bottom shelf, this is all my handhelds, or at least most of my handhelds. Those are all my Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Original, and Game Boy Color games. 3DS, N-Gage, and then DS. DS is a console that I love. Like, just
DS collection's such shit.
That's why whenever I find games complete, I usually pick them up. A few of these are sealed, like Myst right here, Namco Museum DS, and
they still have Myst.
America's Test Kitchen, and also Cheetah Girls right there sealed. I do have some games I love, like WarioWare and Trauma Center and Puzzle Quest. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Pokemon Diamond.
I've never played Puzzle Quest, or if I did for like a little bit, but every other thing I said there was actually true.
I paid like $2 or $3 for it. Hotel Dusk is good. Hannah Montana is my favorite, obviously. And then Legendary Starfish, probably the last one worth mentioning. Other than my 3DS collection, I don't have that many games, only 5, and they're really not the best titles. Mainly because
how many 3DS games do I have now?
They're kind of expensive still. I'm a really cheap collector, if you don't know. But yeah, 3DS games. I love Shinobi, love Pilot Wings, love Steel Diamond, Ghost Recon.
I can't even tell you the last time I even looked at my 3DS collection.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater for the N-Gage. I used to have an N-Gage as a kid, actually. Surprisingly, I don't think anyone really did.
What the fuck is going on with the camera here?
I mean, it's an okay console. It could be a lot better, but it's a console that I really want to collect for because I just love these cases and everything, and it's somewhat nostalgic. And also, I need to get this for the Tony Hawk collection because I want to get every Tony Hawk game at some point.
I forgot that was actually one. I never did that.
My only
I still wouldn't mind doing that.
Lords of the Rising Sun.
I mean, this is the thing. Like, even though I stopped game collecting years ago, I would like to come back to it to get everything I want. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna like get complete sets or anything, but like, there's certain things that I do want to collect. Like, I would like to get every Tony Hawk game. I'd like to get like every Dragon Ball game. Like things like that. That would. Metal Walker's an interesting game. I mean, like, it's not like it's something that again I barely played, but like conceptually, it's something that's really cool.
Obviously, yeah, Dragon Warrior 3. It's a terrible shape, but it's a great game.
Never played Dragon Warrior 3.
Was that Magical Tetris Challenge, stuff like that. NHL Blades of Steel, yeah, just crap like that. Original Game Boy, I mean, like Balloon Kid is pretty cool. Batman is somewhere in there. But to be honest, my original Game Boy collection is pretty crap. A Game Boy Advance collection, which is easily my favorite out of the Nintendo handhelds.
That's true.
I love the Game Boy Advance. I mean, Kirby's Dream Land's right there. I don't know, like trying to find something worth mentioning. American Tail is a pretty good platform. Ballistic's
fine.
Game.
Ballistic's fine.
Loved it as a kid.
Beyblade I loved.
That red cart right there is Donkey Kong Country. God,
oh yeah, I forgot about that. I still have it right there too.
Drill Dozer's great. Those two are Pokemon games, obviously. Emerald and Fire Red. Tony Hawk's. Great
yeah, because my entire
game,
collection's in my bedroom.
Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past. And there's other decent ones like WarioWare and stuff like that in here, but not gonna go
obviously,
through
like,
it all. I do have more
like,
Game Boy games and stuff like that, but they're all boxed in there with the other
not displayed as well as I would like it to be.
Over here,
but
between these two
at this point,
shelves,
but
is my Guitar Hero World Tour box.
I'm too fair. It's like what? Like there's no.
Guitar Hero 3 Legend of Rock. This is like a real example of. Even though something's on display doesn't mean that's expensive. This is mainly here because I have the NTSC version of the game, and this is the PAL version, so I might as well put the PAL version.
I'm not even paying attention to the game, to be honest. I don't give a shit.
Pads, that's fun. The main reason this, like,
okay, yeah, why
number two, I guess I'll start off at the bottom. Here are my N64 games.
What do I say here?
I have like 107 maybe N64 games. But I have to be honest, my N64 is probably my most neglected console right now. I really don't play it ever. I mean, I haven't played it probably like 6 months or so. I mean, it's been forever.
I'm sure it was definitely more than 6 months,
either, at one point, I was trying to get a complete N64 collection. I kind of lost interest now. I mean, I do at some points. This is not really that difficult, but I mean, it's not really my focus right now. So I pretty much have the majority of the sports games for N64. I pretty much have all the sports games that are like dirt cheap. I don't have the expensive ones like the International Superstar, Soccer, or whatever, but I do have like the common ones like Madden, stuff like that. I do have some games I do enjoy playing, like 1080, snowboarding. Right there, the Tony Hawk, Shadow Man, one of my favorite games. Space Station, Silicon Valley, somewhat expensive game. Like, not really that expensive, but it is kind of hard to find. Tom and Jerry is somewhere in there that's kind of enjoyable. Of course, I have Mario Kart and Mario Tennis, so what's there, Me and Ham Soccer. I don't have the Mario Parties and I don't have the Zeldas. I don't know why, but I just can't find them. It really pisses me off. Right here is
I still don't, by the way.
64. Yeah, I also have like
I would like to get them. That's
stuff like that. GoldenEye, Perfect Dark. But it's really a pain in the ass to show you these.
I'm not gonna pay fucking
Atari
retail
games.
prices. So.
This is literally all I have, and this is really all I really care to have. I'm not a big Atari fan. I mean, it's just before my time when it comes to 2600, 5200. I really have no incentive to collect for it. I mean, if I find it for cheap, of course I'll buy it, but I mean, I'm not going out my way to get it. So I don't actually have Atari right now, but I do have some games.
Really? I didn't have Atari.
Terrible shame, but it's Evolution Dino Dudes.
Now I do have, I literally have a 5200. I have a 2600 with me. Obviously not hooked up or anything, but it's like I do have them. So.
Over here, NES games. Don't have that many either. Again, I do have a couple more like boxed ones. Same thing with N64, and I'll show you those later. But here are the loose carts. Nothing that good.
I didn't have NES ones.
Really lacking because I really don't play it that much.
Over in the
I'm not really a big NES fan either. I mean, I didn't really play most of these as a kid, so I don't really have that much nostalgia for it. So I don't really have any incentive.
Like all my retro games are kind of like on this one shelf.
Like, I mean, I did play, of course, Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario
beside the bed here, but I don't really ever actually look at like the inside of it.
2 great games.
Total Recall.
I didn't play it until just recently, like Total Recall and Top Gun. And
never played it.
Willow was actually a pretty good game.
Never played Willow.
Ring King, RC Pro, I did play as a kid.
I did play RC Pro.
Mappy Land, Marble Madness, absolutely love that game.
Mappy Land I played, Marble Madness I played, Mad Max I never played.
Legendary Wings is a great game.
Legendary Wings,
Iron Sword.
I might have played.
As you can see, like most of my games are common titles. Actually, all my games are common titles. Double Dragon 2 is okay.
I never played
Mario's
Double Dragon 2.
Elevator Action I used to play as a kid.
Dr. Mario did play.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and this is Fantastic Adventures of Dizzy. It's actually a pretty decent platformer considering that's a Comerica game. You'd think it's a piece of crap, but it's actually pretty decent. Yeah, this is actually like 50 so games. It's like 55.
I definitely like a lot of retro games.
It is my biggest collection. I have almost 400 games for the PS2. Absolutely love the console. And of course, as you can see there, I do have some shit. I mean, I do have some pretty good titles. So I'll start off at the bottom. Two of my favorite games right there. Zone of the Enders 1 and 2.
Barely played Zone of the
Great
Enders.
games. Some of my favorite games for
Like,
console.
it's not one of these, like, I think
Yakuza,
conceptually I
love
like.
Yakuza.
Like,
Such a great game. 13.
Wait.
1 and 2. Great games. Some of my favorite games for the console. Absolutely love them. Yakuza. Absolutely love Yakuza. It's such a great game. 13.
Never played. Like, I played like 30 minutes of it.
The two versions of it. Twisted Metal Head On. This is still sealed. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there. So, yay. Twisted Metal Black. Tony Hawk's again.
Actually, no. Now I'm getting that confused with Kiwami. Actually, no. I did actually play the original Yakuza for a couple hours. But either way, it still like didn't get that far into it.
Swashbuckler's a very unique game. If you haven't played this, I kind of recommend it.
I barely
it's not a
played
good game, but it's actually something that's kind of worth playing, in my opinion. Summoner 1 and 2, still haven't played those. Stuntman, Sub Rebellion, pretty unique game. Stunt GP is great.
Never played Sub Rebellion.
Star Wars again. Star Ocean, till the end of time. Still haven't played it, just don't have the time. I've been playing so many games recently. SSX,
I definitely was playing
Next shelf here,
so many games.
Sphinx is a great game. Played on the GameCube.
It is so funny though how I was barely playing games at that point because I was focusing so much on collecting. Where it's like now it's the opposite where I am playing so many games.
Whatever. Soul Calibur 3, SOCOM, Sly Cooper, need the other ones, but whatever. Simpsons, Skateboarding, Silent Line, Armored Core. Silent Scope, Silent Hill 3, one of my favorite horror games of all time. Great game, need to get the second one though. Shadow Man 2, very disappointing. I'm a big fan of Shadow Man. Yeah, Shadow Man 2 is just such a disappointment. Gundam Force, one like hell, very cheesy horror game, but I find some enjoyment out of it. Rough Trigger, Rock Bands, RPG Maker 2, Resident Evils, Ratchet and Clank, need the third one, but whatever. Rayman 3, great game. Radiata Stories, need to get to playing that sometime. R-Type Final, yeah.
Well, I mean, I have an Xbox, so
this is soundtrack. Pac-Man Worlds.
Oh, no, I don't have that.
Wait, 2 and 3, Oni.
I'm getting confused. I was thinking Prince of Persia, but I looked up Prince of Persia.
And Nightmare Before Christmas. Pretty good game, actually. And then a pretty obscure game. Very hard to find game. It's expensive, around the $40 range. So, definitely give that one a try. It's actually a very unique game. Going on to a shelf I like to call the piece of shit shelf. Mainly because it's mostly filled with pieces of shit. So, yeah. Sports. Neo Battle Coliseum's good, but then more sports. NBA Street Volume 2 I actually really enjoy, and then more sports. Nano Breaker, pretty decent game. I guess. Nano Breaker was a game I was looking for forever. I finally found the Portland Metro Gaming Expo for like $2 or something. Finally got it, and went home, played it, and it's really not that good. Mojo and Monster Jam. Mobile Light Force 2, which I believe is Castle Shikigami 1. Correct me if I'm wrong, I forgot, but this is actually a really good game. Even though it doesn't really look like it, but it is. Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, Metal Arms, Maximo, Mark Echoes again, and then Monachemia. Around a $15 game, so whatever. And then more sports. Up another shelf, which this one is kind of like two. I pretty much have this shelf right here, and just put a piece of cardboard, and then another shelf on top of it. Just because I'm completely out of room. Like, I normally wouldn't stack my games like that, but I'm kind of in like the N64 games and those and my Game Boy Advance games, stuff like that. I normally wouldn't stack these like that.
I've sold about half my collection.
Like my PS1 collection is even more ridiculous than this.
Since
but I mean,
this video.
It's just
so like a lot of this stuff I don't have anymore. But
whatever. But yeah, some decent games here like Lumines, Lucinda Green's Equestrian Challenge is actually like pretty hard game to find, like $10-15 too. So I don't know. Spyro is pretty cool. Soul Reaper 2, one of my favorites. Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and Reach Hand Memories. Oh, absolutely love the first Kingdom Hearts. Haven't played the second one yet. Just don't have time yet. Kinetic.
I did play the first Kingdom Hearts, mind you. I at least played it. I didn't like it, but again, like it was another thing that I would like. Again, I was lying about liking Kingdom Hearts. 1, 2, and 3.
Now
I genuinely do like Kingdom Hearts, but I don't like Kingdom Hearts 1.
I don't really have any incentive in buying it other than for collector's reasons. Jade Cocoon 2, iNinja, Hot Shots Golf 3 and 4, Haven. Probably one of the biggest underrated gems.
Haven is a good
definitely
game.
In this game track you've ever seen. It's a great game.
I didn't play enough of it. Like I only played a few hours of it, but from what I played, it was actually a pretty good game.
On to the next shelf. Golden Compass, yay for that. GoldenEye, one of the biggest pieces of shit I've ever played for the PS2.
I don't even know if I played it.
God of Wars, obviously.
I do love God of Wars.
Giants, Sis and Kabuto, Fur Fighters. Flipnik, oh my god, I cannot say enough good things about this game. I absolutely love this game.
Okay, this is the thing. Flipnik was a game that the All Gen Gamers was a podcast I was a big fan of at the time. It had some of my favorite YouTubers at the time, and Pete Dorr, Happy Console Gamer. Game 31 was good, EMA review, whatever. But they played,
give it a try. It's a fantastic
like they ended up
game.
talking about Flipnick, which is this
Final
game that
Fantasy
was like
12.
this pinball, really weird pinball game that, like, I played it and it's like, it's fine, but like, because it was not mentioned on that podcast, like, I would really prop it up every single time I would play the game, or whenever I would talk about the game.
Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2. Love 10. 10 is my favorite games of all time. 10-2 is, in my opinion, one of the biggest disappointments I've ever played.
I barely played 10-2. I never finished 10-2.
Escape from Monkey Island. Dynasty Warriors 3 and 4. Dragon Ball Z's. Budokai
So
1,
again,
2,
like, I would
3,
just make up my game. I wouldn't be surprised if they say, oh, Devil May Cry. Look, Devil May Cry series. What a great series. And then I never played it.
Those are only 2 for PS2 that I'm missing.
Oh no, I played 3.
Obviously, the most expensive one though is
I played 3 at that point.
This is probably my most expensive PS2 game, I would say. I mean, and this one is the version that comes with the bonus disc, which is pretty much just a countdown of the best fights and stuff like that. But pretty cool. And Devil May Cry, absolutely love those. Deus Ex is a great port on the PS2.
Again,
And Destroy Humans 2.
Again, that was the point where I was
Destroy
at.
Humans 1 on the top shelf. Dark Cloud is there. Crazy Taxi. Crash Nitro Kart. Call of Duty's Finest Hour is still sealed. Bully, great game. The Bouncer, one of my favorite games on PS2. Bombastic, also a great puzzle game. It's the spiritual successor to Devil Dice. It's in the same series in Japan, yet here it's not, but whatever. ATV Off-Road Furies, I actually love those games, even though they're pretty common like sports games, but I do actually like those games.
I like 1 and 2.
Those games, but they're
I like 1. I don't like 2, but 2 is the one I played when I was a kid. And 3 and 4 is not good.
2, another somewhat expensive game, like around the, I believe, $30 range, somewhere around there. Just random stuff there. Oh yeah, that bowling game there is sealed as well.
Because that was so important.
And then I have the backup.
Yeah, what have I bought since this collection? Because I'm sure there's actually stuff I own now that's actually pretty cool that wasn't in that collection. Like obviously my entire PS4 collection.
That PS2 ceramic white actually goes for a decent amount of money. It's not the most common console to find. Most of the versions that you see are like the same star.
Doesn't really matter.
I
I know Shenmue, I know... Oh no, I fucking clicked out of the video. Yeah, there's certain videos, or certain games I'm pretty sure already.
Ceramic white, PS2 Slim ceramic white. Right next to that is my PSP box and then the Super box.
I don't care about this.
The PS2 ceramic...
I picked the wrong thing.
I already have the American version, so I might as well. Right there, you can barely even see it, but that's PSP games. I just recently got my PSP back, so whatever. I mean, have some decent games like Daxter and Assassin's
Yeah, my
Creed.
PSP broke, I believe. So I generally did buy a new one.
On the actual top of the shelf, I guess I'll save Game Boy Advance for when I do the next shelf, but
yeah.
It's a great game. Hot Shots Golf.
Wait, what did I say was a great game?
Recently got my PSP back, so whatever. I mean, have some decent games like Daxter and Assassin's Creed Bloodlines. Crush is a great game.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Bloodlines.
Hot Shots
Definitely a
Golf,
decent game.
absolutely love that one. Ratchet and Clank's good.
Not too far, I probably like that back in the day.
Pure. Then right here's my box N64 games. Not that many, and most of these came from the Portal Metro Game X. But actually, most of my box games, even the ones over here, almost all of them came from the Portal Metro Gaming X. So we got Cruisin', Cyber Tiger, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, Star Wars Battle Empire, and my favorite one, obviously, is Super Mario 64, which is my favorite game of all time. So I'm extremely happy to have this in the box. After that is my PS3 collection, which I love the PS3, as I mentioned earlier. It's probably my favorite out of the last gen consoles. I have less games for the PS3 than I do for like the 360, which is over here. But I still have a decent amount. I mean, all these were bought this year because I just got my PS3 last year. Actually, I had one before, but it broke. But that's a story. All these have been rebought. I mean, I have like 60-something games. I mean, of course, there's some sports right there, but I mean, overall, I still have a pretty good PS3 collection, in my opinion. I mean, I'm missing a whole bunch of titles.
Actually, this is a shit PS3 collection.
Games I love to play, like Alice, Madness Returns.
I play it like
Rain,
twice.
Assassin's Creed 3, obviously what I'm playing right
Assassin's
now,
Creed
which is Assassin's Creed 4, Bulletstorm.
Was I playing 4 at the time for the first time?
Dark Souls, absolutely love that game. Dead Island.
That's funny.
I guess. I know a lot of people love it, but I don't.
What was it? Oh, Dead Island, yeah.
Assassin's Creed 4. 3, Infamous 2 and Uncharted 2 are still sealed. I made a mistake of opening Infamous 1 and Uncharted 1. I did want to play them, but I kind of regret opening them because I want to get the games in their actual cases and stuff, so the actual retail copies, but I can do. Over there, Oblivion, which is greatest hits, which kind of sucks, but whatever. God of War 3, great game. Haze is a very mediocre game. Heavy Rain. This is still sealed. Jack and Daxter collection. This is why I have no intention of getting 3 to actually play it, because I already have it on here. But this is still sealed. Just haven't had the time to play it yet. Lollipop Chainsaw, another one of my favorite games. Mass Effect 2, another one of my favorite games. Metal Gear Solid 4, not one of my favorite games,
Okay,
but I
I
know a lot
think
of people
Mass
like
Effect
it.
2 at the
Motor
time.
Storm, Naruto Shippuden, Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 is pretty cool.
Never played it.
Prototype, Resident Evil 4, Resistance 1 and 2. Another sealed game, just because I haven't had time to play. I just got this one though, so this one's kind of more excusable. Shadows of the Damned.
I don't remember. Did I ever play Shadows of the Damned?
It's fantastic. After that is Soul Calibur 4 and 5. And Virtual Fighter 5, and obviously one of my favorite games of all time, The Walking Dead. I absolutely love this fucking game.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite games of all time. Just fucking brilliant title. And I actually just got 400 days the other day, and I still need to get Season 2, Episode 1. I don't know if I'm going to wait for them to release it in retail copy, or if I'm going to just end up buying it digitally, but whatever. Alright, moving on to my 360 collection. 360, I don't remember. I think it's over 100, I believe. Like 100 and something. Yeah, I really don't remember. But I love the 360 as well. I'm not saying that the 360 is a bad console, it's just that I personally like the PS3 a lot more.
I also use my PS3 the cut here is so bad.
Amazon Instant Video and stuff like that, so I mean, I kind of use it more. But yeah, 360, I love the 360 as well. Some great games.
Did I really use the PS3 for fucking Amazon? It's so weird to think about.
Assassin's Creed 3. But I plan on rebuying most of the multi-platform games for 360 on the PS3. As I said, Bayonetta, it's a great game. Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah, no, I barely played. I did play like, actually, I think about it. I probably played like a good 5 hours of it, but I never finished it.
Guilty Gear 2, been playing that one recently. Final Fantasy 13.
Wait. Did you say Guilty Gear 2? I've been playing a lot of that recently.
Fallout 3, Eternal Sonata, really need to play that, I just haven't gotten to it yet. One of my favorite games of all time right here.
I do love Enslaved.
Odyssey to the West, love that game. Duke Nukem, Dead Rising, Darksiders, The Darkness, Dark Sector, Crackdown 1 and 2. One I definitely want to rebuy for PS3. Catherine, fucking brilliant game.
It is.
Hard as hell at some points, but I mean, it's fucking brilliant. Elite Scholarship Edition, somewhat expensive, I mean, around $20. Bioshock 1 and 2, great games. Want to get the original copy of Bioshock, though. Don't have that right now. And then the second shelf here, Lost Via Domus. A pretty crappy game, but I mean, it's Lost. I love Lost, so whatever. Marvel Ultimate Alliance, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Mass Effect 3, great game. Want to rebuy that one for PS3 as well.
I forgot. Michael Phelps has a fucking game. I forgot about that.
Limit, factory sealed. Thank God for that one.
I forgot that was a thing.
MX vs. ATV Untamed, actually somewhat uncommon game for 360, kind of expensive, a little bit, like $10-15 I believe. Haven't checked it in a while, but last time I checked it was that much. Need for Speed Hot Pursuits, 99 Nights, great game. Great game. Operation Darkness, crappy game, but it's an Atlas title. Another sealed game here. Automedia's excellent. I mean, I don't know if I should open this or not. I mean, I kind of want to play it, but I don't know.
I think we're gonna end here gameplay-wise. We played over 30 minutes worth.
So I think it'll be kind of a waste. That copy of Overlord 2 is a PAL version.
I do want to finish watching this video.
Prey, Project Gotham Racing.
Prey. I like Prey.
Sean White skateboarding, actually kind of like that game.
I like
360 game. Star Trek Legacy. I don't know about this game. I don't personally enjoy it, to be honest.
I never played it.
Game, so I got it. Another pretty uncommon game for 360, TMNT. This one goes for like $40. Who the fuck knew? I mean, I don't understand why, but it does. More games there, Too Human, Vampire Reign, Vanquish, one of my favorite games. Vortex, pretty cool. And another really uncommon game, World of Outlaws Sprint Cars. Another $40 game for absolutely no reason. But yeah, that's my 360 collection. And on to, oh wait, I guess for Saturn. I don't have a Saturn, so that's why it's so small and so pathetic, but Cyber Speedway and Last Gladiators actually kind of do want to play games I don't
even know any Saturn games
my PS1 collection, which, as you can see here, is kind of big. I mean, I have 240 maybe? I don't remember. I'm sorry. I just completely forgot. But I have a good amount of PS1 games. There's freaking 3 stacks over here, and then 1 more up here. And then here's the 5 long box games I have. Nothing good, though. All sports with the exception of Off-Road, Interceptor, Extreme, which isn't really that good of a game either, so nothing special there. I have some pretty decent PS1 games, too. I mean, if you actually look at the titles, I mean, I do have some crap, but I do have some good ones. I'll point them out, like Alundra 2.
Barely played it.
Escape, one of my favorites.
I mean, I like Ape Escape. It's not like one of my favorites, though. That's a shit game.
Blood Omen, love that game, even though it's pretty outdated nowadays. Bloody Roar 2, Bubsy 3D, love that game, obviously. Let's see. Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, one of my favorite games on the console. If not my favorite game
I
on the
like
console.
Symphony of the Night. It's not like a game that, like,
Crash Bash,
it's just not for me anymore, but...
Devil Dice, Dino Crisis.
I never played Dino
Driver 2's
Crisis.
okay. And then onto this,
Actually, I forgot I owned Dino
which
Crisis.
really one shelf.
'Cause I'm sure I still own
However,
it. Like,
I don't know if you can
because
see that or not, but
I
there's actually
probably got
cardboard
rid
in
of it.
between
So like,
these
it's probably there.
so that, yeah,
And like, I have my PS1 games like stacked again. It's like in the corner there. Not
games that don't fit
super
anywhere else. And then
convenient to get
PK's
to.
Place
But
3, Carlos at the Races, a game that wasn't really released or anything. Not expensive, really cheap because no one wants them, but I mean, it's pretty cool, I guess. Some more games here, like Final Fantasy 7. Don't have 8 or 9. I don't know why I can't find them, but I can't, so what are you going to do? Gran Turismo's, Grand Theft Autos, Harry Potter, Hydro Thunder, Jade Cocoon.
Never
Cool
played
game there. Soul Reaver, one of my favorite games of all time.
I mean,
Legend of
again,
Legaia.
that's stretching it. I like Soul Reaver, but not one of my
Madden,
favorites all
thank
time.
God for that. Metal Gear Solid.
Even at the time, I wouldn't have said that.
Yeah, 1 and VR missions. Probably one of the more common games in my collection, but definitely one of my favorites. Misadventures of Tron.
Definitely one of my favorites.
Really cheap game if you don't know, but this one's in terrible shape. But really cheap game, but it's just something that I love so much. Obviously, that's a joke because it's actually like the most expensive game in my collection. It's around a $150 game. It's not in the greatest shape as you just saw, but it's still a $150 game. So, I mean, I'm not going to complain. I got it for less than $1 at a garage sale, so even for that, I'm not going to complain. I wish I had the Mega Man Legend games, though, but I don't. Mobile Light Force, which is a port of Gunbird, which is a pretty cool game. Yeah, on to the next shelf. This one's mostly sports, I have to be honest. Yeah, as you can see, a lot of NBA, NCAA, NFL. Blitz is in there. It's actually a pretty good game, and so is Need for Speed.
I'm starting to get really tired of
That
that.
Nuclear Strike right there is still sealed. Oddworld.
Let's speed this video up. Let's do 1.5.
Yeah, still sealed. Still has a hang tab on the back. Apes Odyssey, one of my favorite games on the console.
I barely played it.
I mean, there's some other decent ones, like Pinball and stuff. Let's see.
Yeah, definitely, because I loved pinball so much.
Pretty good game. Don't have any of the others.
I like pinball. It's funny how, like, I talk about it as if it's like my favorite thing in the world. I love pinball.
Whatever, Sim Theme Park. This one is still sealed.
I do own a Superman pinball machine that doesn't really work that well anymore, but like, it's like a mini pinball machine thing. Like, it's a tabletop thing.
Trag is a pretty cool game, I guess.
I never played Trag.
Tomb Raiders, Theme Park, Tetris, Tenchu, Siphon Filters, and Spyro games there. Oh, and Speed Punk's one of my favorite games for console. But yeah, that's my entire PS1 collection. Alright guys, time for the final shelf. Yay! And stuff. Okay, this is my Genesis collection. Very crappy to collect.
How the fuck did I have that many Genesis games, though?
I think it's pretty much almost all crap. However, I used to play the Genesis as a kid, so I kind of have some nostalgia.
Did I?
But I really need to get some of the titles I played as a kid. But one I did play was Aladdin right there, a great game. And Animaniacs is a good game as well. DJ Boy is a pretty shitty game, but I mean, whatever. Was that Lion King?
I mean, I played, like, the Sonic games.
Oh, NEA's pretty good. Yeah, sports. Sonic 3 is probably not.
Did I, like, completely make up a background in the Genesis?
Just nothing special.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And then Loose Carts.
I did play the Sonic games and stuff. It's like,
some crap. Rastin Saga 2, Sonic 1 and 2, Star Trek Next Generation, Toy Story.
I
So yeah, not the best Genesis collection, but what are you going to do? Up here, Super Nintendo. I love the Super Nintendo. I don't think anyone that absolutely hates the Super Nintendo, but
I forgot I had that Super Nintendo.
However, during this year, I've actually gotten a good amount of good games. Like right there, Super Mario Kart and Super Mario World. There's some of the crap. Tiny Toon Adventures. That's pretty cool. Yoshi's Island. Super Mario All Stars and Super Mario World. I don't have Super Mario All Stars by itself, but I have the double pack thing. Street Fighter 2, SimCity, RoboCop 3, Shaq Fu. Thank God for Shaq Fu. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Probably one of my favorite Super Nintendo games. Absolutely love this game. I'm an enormous fan of Power Rangers, if you don't know, so I mean, I kind of have to love that game. It's just amazing. Miss Pac-Man.
It's fine. It's not that good.
Mario Paint, Link to the Past there, Lion King. Kirby Superstar. More crap. Firepower 2000. Fatal Furies, that really beat up one, and F-Zero, and then some more over here. Batman Returns.
I think I did. I think if I remember right, I did a review for Firepower 2000 without having played more than like 10 minutes of the game. Because again, that was something I did.
Pretty much the majority of the shelf. Absolutely love the GameCube. I do want to get a complete collection at some point. However, it's going to take a lot longer than what I originally planned. But what are you going to do? I do have some good games. Yu-Gi-Oh! Frostball Kingdom used to have that one as a kid. Hated it, but whatever. Wave Race is pretty good. Beautiful Joe is pretty good. Tony Hawk's, absolutely love them. One of the more expensive ones, which I don't know why this one's so expensive, but whatever. Time Switch Feature Perfect, around a $30, $35 game for some reason. I don't know why. It's a great game. I mean, it doesn't.
It's fine. That expensive. I never played that much.
Melee, Summoner, Super Mario Golf, Super Mario Strikers, Star Fox Adventures, Spyro.
I like Star Fox Adventures.
Sphinx, Soul Calibur 2, probably the best version of the game because it has Link. The Sonic game, Sonic Heroes is great. Shrek 2, used to play that one as a kid. Second Sight is pretty cool. Robotech. Another one of the more expensive games, Resident Evil Code Veronica X, another like $30-$35 game.
It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I really need to go to bed
right
after.
there. And then Paper Mario.
To be fair, I don't need to go to bed. Like, I should be going to bed.
Rest, sports over there, except for Naruto and Namco Museum. Another one of the more expensive games, Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, Metroid Prime 1 and 2, Mario Party 6, missing the other ones for some reason, Mary Kay and Ashley, oh my god, Mario Kart, Dash, Mario Golf, all of these freaking
fuck me, man.
Luigi's Mansion.
This is so funny to rewatch, though.
Great games, obviously.
I mean, guys.
Go Hyper Grind, Geist, Final Fantasy, Crystal Chronicles.
Go Hyper Grind's really expensive right now for some reason.
Shelf, which this one's really not that good, but I mean, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2's in there, which is a somewhat expensive game. Cubics, another copy of Crazy Taxi, Codename Kids Next Door. Used to watch that show as a kid. The greatest game ever, Charlie's Angels, great game, obviously. Cell Damage, Bionicles, Billy Hatcher's a great game. Beyblade, Amazing Island. I absolutely love this game. This is, in my opinion, a very underrated gem. If you like Mario Party and stuff like that, I really recommend it. It's actually pretty good. And then 1080 Avalanche. And then after that, just some PC games, the ones in cases and boxes. Not PC collector, I somehow stumble across some. Like, I do pick up some every now and then. Like, I did pick up, like, Final Fantasy 8 on purpose and stuff. And I did pick up, like, Bioshock limited edition on purpose. But I mean, everything else, I just ended up getting either for free or for, like, 25 cents.
I forgot about PC stuff. Is that my entire collection? I think that's pretty much it, right? I have box Game Boy. Who cares?
Concerto, advanced games, Dragon here. These two are sealed. This sorry was sealed, but
wait, do I have Yu-Gi-Oh! Sacred Cards box? I kind of forgot about that. Again, I don't look at my collection that much anymore, so I completely forget what I own.
I guess it would have been cool to still have it sealed, but I'm not really gonna complain too much. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Sacred Cards, pretty cool because I used to have that one as a kid. But yeah,
I do own it.
The entire.
I forgot about that actually.
The 4 shells right there. I mean, there's some extra stuff here which I'm about to show you. A lot of it's not gaming related, but I will show you anyway. Right here are 2 posters.
Oh my god, my DVD collection was so small.
Which
that definitely increased a lot.
Here, just some display stuff. Like this is a toy of a mech thing that I just found recently. I don't even know what series it's from, but got it. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag display box. Assassin's Creed 3 strategy guide still sealed. CD Game Exchange bag. Underneath that is a mailing envelope from Seth Costello, but he drew a picture of Kratos, and I just can't throw it away. I mean, and inside there are more posters, but there's really nothing worth putting up in there. Over here, more strategy guides. Dragon Ball Z, Final Fantasy 13. John Woo's Stranglehold is still sealed. A couple Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, and Pokemon really beat up copy of Super Mario Sunshine, and then some Tony Hawk ones, and then at the bottom is World of Warcraft, which I just somehow stumbled across those for a Guitar Hero guitar. Here. I mean, the top ones right here, these are actually just from my GoldenEye.
Yeah, so this is just a lot of like miscellaneous stuff at this point. So I mean, that's pretty much all I really wanted to look at.
In the nature of like 60 or so PC games, and I hardly bought any of them. I mean, some of them I do, like if they're like 25 cents or so. I mean, most of these I just got for free, which is kind of sad. Oh yeah, and a Halo book. I mean, there's some pretty unique ones here, like A3, which is a Korean MMO. American McGee's Alice is in there. It's a pretty good game. Sealed Bionicle, which that's also a PAL version, so that's like double interesting. That's Doom on floppies. A Sealed Jeopardy. Sealed.
I forgot I had that. Doom on floppies.
Sealed Theme Park. Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic. Roller Coaster Tycoon, Panzer Dragoon. But yeah, over here, just miscellaneous stuff just ran out of room. Game Pros and the Super Joy, and there's more Power Rangers, Jurassic Park.
Oh my god, VHS fucking collection. I still have, I believe these are at my parents' house in a box somewhere. But I still technically own these VHSs.
Captain Planet, that one's from actually when I was a kid. Dragon Ball Z, The Crow, Salvation, piece of shit movie, but the first Crow is amazing. Alien.
I don't think I watched Crow Salvation.
I used to watch it as a kid. Star Trek Next Generation, and guess what's behind here? More Star Trek Next Generation. 3 issues of manga, all Kingdom Hearts, and some Power Ranger and Digimon episodes from when I was a kid. Absolutely love those. And up here is my 3DS, which I have not played in a while, to be honest.
And DVD collection, which is so much smaller than what it currently is.
Actually, probably less than that, but it is dusty for some reason.
They didn't have any Blu-rays at this point.
One piece pencil sharpener, which is broken, but whatever. I actually use this, which is kind of sad. Yeah, DVDs and stuff. I don't know, just some stupid movies I enjoy, like Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, National Treasure, Office Space, Paul, Rush Hour 2, Superman Returns. Piece of shit movie, too fucking long. Terminator 3.
I like Superman Returns at this point.
Oh shit, The Matrix, I completely forgot I had that. Futurama, Final Destination 1 and 2. Dragon Ball Z, the first 2 movies. Doom, another piece of shit movie that's video game related. Blade 1 and 3, don't have the second one for some reason. Ballistic, X vs. Ever, piece of shit.
Pretty sure I own it now, right?
Hours, American Wedding, and then a few Blu-rays, not that many, I don't collect them, but whatever. The Crow, one of my favorite movies of all time. Fucking amazing movie. Star Trek.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the video, though. Do I own Blade 3? I do. Well, I don't know because it's not on the shelf. I definitely own. I think I do. I Blade 3, Blade 2. I'm pretty sure I do own all three now. It's just that they're not on the shelf. Because yeah, I don't have room for them. I do have some. Like essentially, I have like the 4 shelves that I used to have all my collection on. I still have those shelves. But now if my DVD, like obviously if PS4 collection takes up 3 of those shelves, or takes up the top shelf on 3 of those shelves, plus also the top of one of the bookshelves, and then so really I have like 3 shelves dedicated to my DVD and Blu-ray collection, which are stacked on top of each other as well. So it's like essentially kind of like 6 shelves, and my Blu-ray collection takes up 3.5. So essentially, I give the rest of that space to DVDs, and like what doesn't fit there, I just put away. So it's like just because a DVD is not up here doesn't mean I don't own it. There's like a lot of movies that I own that are not on the shelf here, but whatever. And there's things that I'm for sure like I forget that I own though when it comes to movies. I mean when it comes to everything pretty much, but it's like I think when it comes to movies too, it's like I just like don't remember that I bought that. And looking at it now, it's like why the fuck do I own the Lego Batman movie? Like I'm sure that was like $4 or something on Black Friday, but still. It's like why do I own I forgot I bought Captain Marvel. It's funny, like I fucking bought Captain Marvel, but I don't own Black Panther. Yeah, there's a lot of like weird things with the collection that I never pay attention to. Yeah, it's like why the fuck do I own like I don't know, like Soul Surfer? Like just random movies like that. We're done. I'm tired. It's fucking almost 3 o'clock in the morning. Again, I decided to go down that. Whatever. I'm so tired. I decided to rewatch those videos, but we're done. Didn't even make any progress in this game, but whatever for now. Thank you for watching.